I'm gonna start this real quick. This is just a little insert. I've already recorded the vlog, but I might as well put this in here now. So if you want to skip and just not watch this vlog, I understand. I'm gonna talk to you about what Kratom is and what's going on with Kratom in the United States right now. So stick around or hit the road, Jack. Hello. It's 10:30 p.m. I thought I was kicking whatever was making me feel like poopy yesterday. Well, before I was going to bed, I started thinking that maybe I'm feeling better. When I woke up today, no. I've been dragging ass all day. Didn't do anything. Actually, I went with my brother earlier to his bar, made a little flyer for him, went and had it printed out. Came home, that was it. I looked online for something to cheer me up, to make me, possibly get myself in a better mood, kind of shake the whole, feeling blah. I had a case of the blahs, and didn't work. Didn't work. Hey, I'm human. I'm not always gonna have a perfect day. I mean, I know y'all think that because look at me, but you'd be wrong in that assumption. But I did find out that if you're familiar with Kratom, you know what that is? It's gonna be illegal. Faux show everywhere in the US of A as of September 30th. And they even left the door open enough to possibly make it fully illegal before that. So if you have a background like mine where you were chemically dependent on anything, and Kratom has been sort of a crutch, if you will, to help you improve your life, it's about to be taken away from you. Yeah. Now, if you don't know my history, I'm just going to give it to you short and sweet. I went through a time in my life where I was really depressed, and I tried to self-medicate. I was dependent upon painkillers. Let's just leave it at that. I was a pill popper, and it took control of me, and I overcame it. But without the use of Kratom, I think that I would have never, well, I take that back. I would have succeeded. But with Kratom, it helped a lot. And basically what Kratom is, it's a leaf off of a tree, and that species of tree has a few different members of its family. So some leaves do this, some leaves do that. Now, when you take these leaves and you grind them up, you can either make a tea, and when you taste it, it tastes like tea. It's in the coffee family, from what I understand. And you take it and you can grind it up into a fine powder or rough and make it into a tea, or you can just take like some and mix it into your smoothie, or just put it in your mouth with a spoon and chug it down. That's what I did. But basically, there's a couple things in Kratom that bond to the receptors in your brain that the opiates in those painkillers and stuff do, or did. And it's all natural, I guess. It's a leaf. I don't think that they soak them in embalming fluid or anything before they do this. It's just a leaf that's picked and dried and blah, 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 like marijuana. But it's not a high like that at all. Well, for me, it wasn't. When you're going through withdrawal, you feel like that you have the flu times 100, times 1,000. It's horrible. And then some, with the needles in the feet and in the hands and your back cramping up and the nausea and everything that goes along with it. It's horrible. Horrible. No sleep. I mean, you cannot sleep. You toss, you turn, you sweat, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold. You hurt everywhere. You can't walk. Your feet hurt. Your legs are shaking. It's horrible. Withdrawal is horrible. And I found Kratom online. I mean, I've said in the past, looking on YouTube for other people's stories to help me get through my own was a major help. And I discovered that YouTube has a lot more than just cat videos on it. So I found Kratom, and at first I thought it was going to be something I would never be able to obtain myself. It's like, well, if it's that great for it, if it helps that much, how come no one knows about it? Well, how come I don't know about it? I thought I was, by this point, knew everything. Look online, sure enough, there's a place in town that sells it. So I take it. I'm even nervous to take it. I don't want to be trade one dependent. Trade one substance for another substance. I'm already into this. Might as well just do it, right? But if you're going through it, it's on your mind. It's just on your mind. You can't get it off your mind. Anyway, long story short, I took a little bit of the Kratom and it made me feel better. Didn't make me feel 100%, believe me. But it made me feel a lot better. Took that edge off big time. And it took it off just enough to get to go to sleep. And that's what I needed. During the day, I was functioning. You know what I mean? It was on my brain more than anything. I was going mental in my head. And at night, when I sat down and stopped working and was trying to go to sleep and I was alone with no one to talk to, that's when my body started going crazy. And I'd take some of the Kratom, it would make everything cool out, and I would fall asleep or pass out, whatever it is. And it helped. Well, now Kratom is going to become illegal. They're classifying it as a class 1? Class A? Sure, I don't know all this DEA jargon. But it's going to be classified with like heroin and LSD. Like that intense of bam. And as of September 30th, nobody can sell it in the United States anymore. If you have possession of it, it's going to be might as well have possession of heroin. You know what I mean? It's that bad. So my suggestion to you is, if you are taking Kratom and you need it, and you're in fear of falling back into your old ways, start weaning off of it now. I know this is short notice. You know what I mean? I know. I'm sorry. But start weaning off of it now. You don't want to turn back to that life where you were taking pills or whatever you were doing. Whatever opiates you were doing, you don't want to go back to that. Believe me, guys, it really helped me, and I know it's helping you, and it helps so many other people. They had petitions they were signing, over 100,000 signatures on one petition. If you look at the stats or the casualty list, if you will, from Kratom, it's much lower than you see for heroin or Vicodin or Oxycontin or Roxy or Dilaudid or all that stuff. The casualties to the actual opiate is much higher. Far worse than the Kratom results by the Kratom casualties. Honestly, I bet you there's more people who die from peanut and shellfish allergies every year than people who've died from Kratom use. I don't know that to be a fact, but I think that that's probably reasonable to guess, As of September 30th, done. And if you're caught with it, you're done. So that's it. That was basically what I wanted to tell you tonight, guys, is check out Kratom. If it doesn't affect your life whatsoever, get out of there. Don't worry about it. Continue on with your day. But if it does affect your life in some way, or someone you know, pass it on. Other than that, no painting today. I didn't do a thing, like I said, guys. Didn't feel very hot. Tomorrow, though, I am, regardless, no matter what, I'm gonna work on my Emilio Novita tribute, finish it up, and hopefully get it to its rightful owner before the end of the day, before the evening. Well, after I finish it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it wasn't very entertaining. Hopefully it was informative, educational. Look it up, Kratom. It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting. You got nothing else, you learned something. Anyway, have a good night. I'm Max Dean. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe and to leave comments and to send me pictures of them and write nice things and all that. Just joking. But do subscribe. That'd be fantastic. I'll talk at you later. Have a good night. Power Plant Drive. Prince.